Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. So in this video we are going to take a look at Kaioken Goku, the tech unit that's just recently got his Easy A on DBZ Dokkan Global. So his leader skill has changed to be Goku's family, 130% across the board and 100% tech lead. His SA has changed, he now greatly stacks attack and also raises defense. He did previously raise attack and defense on a super attack, but he now greatly stacks attack, which means it increases faster at around about 30% rather than 20%. And then his passive is Ki +1 at the start of turn and defense +70% when there's a Vegeta Family category enemy. He has attack and defense of 100% when he is performing a super attack, and he gains Ki +7 and attack +70% when his HP is 70% or less. He also gains a chance of critical hit of 7% per tech key spear obtained up to a max of 35%. So because of this, because he has innate crits built into his passive, and also we have a stacking ability, you're going to want to favor additionals on this unit. Even though you probably won't get 5 tech orbs every single turn, it's important to get additionals because that's going to help him stack faster and also take advantage of what crit he does get. Then link wise, we have quite a few links, key links that is. Shattering the Limit is one of them. Main link over there. Over in a Flash also is a 3 key link, which is pretty good. His main defensive link being All in the Family, which is pretty easy to activate on a Goku team. Saiyan Lineage is a common link across Saiyan units, which will come in handy when we're trying to link him up and he's not got the best link for Ki. And then we've got Z Fighters, which is his equivalent of the over 9000 link for Vegeta. It's basically a somewhat difficult attack link to get. We do have some availability to get it, but it's really not the most widely dispersed link. So we're probably hoping that in future a DFE Kaioken Goku, like maybe a Goku that goes through Kaioken ×3 ×4, you know, and all of that stuff comes out. In terms of categories, a decent amount of categories. The main ones being that he helps out his full power. All Out Struggle is also alright. He also has obviously Goku's family and Pure Saiyans. So not too bad a category list there. Enough categories that he'll be pretty useful on. So yeah. Let's check them out in some events. So the first event that we're going to have up here is we're going to have the Vegeta's Family event. So I'm obviously just saving some stamina for the Prime Battleground. So we're going to be using some long form events to test out these units. But we're here to see the numbers, so it's not too bad. In this event, he's going to be constantly facing Vegeta Family units. So he's going to have that starter turn defense activated immediately. And we've put him on the Goku's family team here so that we can just kind of see how he does. So right off the bat, 100k defense, that's really good obviously because he's essentially going to double that the moment he supers. So he already has 100k and he's going to immediately take it to 200k the instant he fires his super attack. That's really good. So it basically means whenever he fights a Vegeta Family enemy, he's essentially going to be sitting with a 200k defense, which is honestly really great. He does have 30% support here, and he does have most of his links active. This Goku is a great linking partner for him, but when he transforms, unfortunately, he loses 2 of the links that make him a really solid linking partner with this Goku. He loses All in the Family. And what does he lose? Saiyan Lineage, I believe. So yeah, that does obviously affect him slightly in being his linking partner, but it's not the end of the world. You can still link them up. Luckily, these supports for the Goku's family team are great in that they share like Kamehameha, All in the Family and things like that, so they can always fill in the gaps. So 2.2 million, not too bad. We're obviously not below the 70% threshold. Even though we took the super attack, it doesn't activate mid-turn for Goku. But 2 crits, 2.2 million, really solid, and his defense would have been about 200k. I mean, King Vegeta isn't a soft hitting card at all, and the fact that he hit Goku for double digits is very impressive. So right off the bat, Goku's defense, super solid. Really happy about his defense, especially against Vegeta Family enemies. We do have to take that into account. But I mean, regardless of whether it's against a certain type of enemy, 200k defense is very, very good. So even if you were just to only use him in certain stages where, you know, he's fighting Vegeta enemies, there you go. He's got 200k defense. He's great for that alone. Just this event here, he's probably one of the best units for it. Damage wise, 2.2 million. So he had a decent link set there. He did have the boost from Goku's SA. He did have support. So 2.2 million is a little bit under what I would have liked. It's not a bad attack stat by any means, especially since Goku can crit quite easily and will be stacking and does have a chance of launching a second one due to the fact that you're building him mainly additional. But 2.2 is a tiny bit low. Lower than what I think, but there is room to grow on his link set, so that very much could climb even higher. We could be looking at a 2.5, 2.6, which is really great. And then yeah, honestly not too bad. Like a really great starting point. 2.2 million is more than fine. A little bit lower than what I think, but more than fine. So 88k defense now. This is with no support, but that's going to double up to, you know, around about 170-ish defense before he actually fires the super attack. Well, the instance he fires it, but then it's going to stack again. So realistically, he's sitting at about 190 or so. And again, solid attack stat. Really solid attack stat. Really good to see. 2.8 million is impressive. He did have his 70% activated there. But no support on the rotation, so yeah, no, 2.8 million is really good. There were a couple more links that could have been activated. So we've seen the 2.2, we've seen the 2.8. His defense has sat around 200 and 190k as he supers, and about 190k, 190k before supering. So already against Vegeta Family units, he's just looking like an absolutely spectacular unit. The damage stats maybe could be a tiny bit higher for a rainbow unit, but if you level linked him to 10, he'd be sitting, we'd be looking at 2.5, 2.6 for the first one, 3 point something for the second one. Defense would be slightly higher, definitely sitting on average around that 200k mark for both turns. So right now, more than impressive. I think that's perfect for a unit that's just a general banner unit. That's really impressive. He's a great unit, fills in a lot of slots, good for long form events. So we got 120-ish defense, which is going to double again. So we're looking at 240. We got 4 links activated. He does have support here, but you can see that effect of All in the Family there, the way it just drops his defense from 120 to 100. Obviously, that's not the end of the world. I mean, Goku with 100k or 120k, it's going to double. He's going to have more than enough defense. But it is interesting to see that All in the Family link there. It's going to be a super helpful link to activate in the stages where you might need that defense, especially short-term events where he hasn't built up yet. And also may help him frontline tank a bit better. We are going to move the Gohan onto rotation just so we can set up the next turn and take a look at him with a different partner. 3.2 there, so as you can see, the attack stats are good. He's done 2.2, 2.8, 3.2, so right now nothing to complain about. Defense is now on average over 200k. Yeah, at this point he's looking like that easy, very solid. This general banner unit's become a really, really good go-to card. He may even work for events like ESBR and that. His leader skill's really solid, and the fact that he gains extra attack when he is low on health could really help him with nuking out some enemies, especially if you get some tech orbs. So yeah, we'll definitely be taking a look at him or a re-look at him in some of the SBR and ESBR. Just to take a see and see how he performs. But yeah, very impressed so far. I think, nothing wrong with any of the numbers we've seen, especially if you link level them, those numbers are just going to rise higher. So we haven't even seen an attack stat below 2 mil yet. His defense has been super solid. Bear in mind his defense is much higher than you'd see in other events because of the fact that we're constantly fighting a Vegeta Family unit. But here we go. So 136. So we can see here he's got 4 links activated with this Goku, which is really good. We do want to keep that in mind. He has 4 again here in the middle. So there's nothing really he gains from Gohan. 136k defense, it's going to double to 270. So more than at this point, his defense is nothing short of spectacular, especially for a card that generally is going to sit in the second slot. There's really nothing wrong with his defense. The only problem with this Goku, honestly, that I can foresee is that one of his best linking partners, this Goku, is also a second slot unit, and for the most part, a lot of his best linking partners are second slot units. He doesn't have 2.3 million. He doesn't have super linking partners, like linking partners that are first slot cards that can sit there, take damage, and just allow him to coast in second slot, dishing out, stacking, and defending excellently. And I think that is maybe the only problem with Goku. Like, not even a problem with Goku, just more that his perfect partner doesn't necessarily exist in game. This physical Goku, the April Fool's one, is very good and is an exceptional card, but he isn't the perfect partner for this Goku because he also is required to sit in the second slot. So yeah, it's just interesting to note that. I think if anything, that is probably the separating factor between this Goku and his counterpart, the Vegeta. We'll do a review on Vegeta separately, but Vegeta's perfect linking partner exists in game and fulfills the correct role for Vegeta. So because of that, he essentially allows Vegeta to function to the best of his abilities. And that's just what Goku's missing. But we'll take a look at this final attack stat here and just kind of see how Goku does. 2.4 million. So we've seen a good range of attack stats. Obviously with support, without support, with the 70% activated, with it not activated. Yeah, honestly, very impressed. Defense, very impressed. The numbers are there. The numbers are great. For a general pool card, really impressed. His leader skill now is very impressive. I mean, 130% Goku's family is very good for a lot of players. It's very good in general. And the tech typing as well helps with Ultimate Challenge. So yeah, we'll jump across now to a different event so that he doesn't have the Vegeta Family defense activated, but we've put him on a slightly different team of Kamehameha. This doesn't change too much. We're essentially linked with a whole bunch of Goku's family units, but it's just to show him fit under a different leader skill. And also just allows us to run under a different stat lead and just change things up ever so slightly. So here he is linked with the physical Goku. This is a free-to-play card as well. So he does have some great free-to-play linking partners. They share about 3 links with them. So yeah, he's got options for sure. Just maybe not the best options. Similarly with this Goku, he's not really a first slot main tank. But he's there and he is an option. So you do have options to get this Goku at least up and running that are solid. I mean, that Goku there's nothing wrong with him. So we're sitting at 90k defense. Not bad. 90k defense for a card that gains its attack and defense on Super. He does have the double support, but a card that gains his attack and defense on Super, it's very, very impressive because it's going to be 180k after he supers. And 2.1 as an attack stat. Okay, we've got double support, but I mean we're still missing Z Fighters, which is almost a 20% attack link. He doesn't have his 70% buff activated first turn, so no stacking or anything. So yeah, I mean, I actually think that's great. 2.1 million is perfectly fine. I think because of the way they work, Goku is technically just more reliable in terms of defensive stat consistency, whereas Vegeta probably pumps out a little bit more impressive looking numbers. But yeah, Goku is really good, and he's really solid, especially if he can run in that second slot where he's super comfortable defensively. I just think he's lacking that front tanking partner. That's the only problem, and it's not a problem with the card, it's just a problem with the meta or the game's selections right now. But here we are, we're going to link him up with his best running buddy. They'll sit here, and they're going to stack a little bit. But 88k, 20% support on rotation here with the Goku in third slot. So he does have some support, but overall, not too much. Still no Z Fighters link, so yeah. Still struggling to activate that link, unfortunately it's quite rare. But at least him and Goku are now functioning as best they can. We're not going to worry about him absorbing here. So Goku 88k, that means he'll be sitting at 176 and 1.8 million, probably his lowest attacks that we've seen. And immediately gets a second super attack, and that super attack was for 2 mil. So yeah, the lowest we've seen is 1.8 million, and the fact that you can build them full additional means that 1.8 million is just not going to last. So yeah, so far, very impressed. Defensively, very solid. As a second slot unit, he's basically been sitting at around 160, 170k minimum defense against non-Vegeta based enemies, and 200 and above against Vegeta based enemies, which is just, impressive. Just very impressive. And the attack stats, the lowest we've seen 1.8. High chance of additionaling, and additionaling, wow, new word. Just good numbers. Very impressed. Solid unit. I would definitely run him probably best on a Goku's family team. Mainly just because you're going to want to either surround them with the Goku family supports, or you're going to want to pair him up with mainly Goku family units anyway. I don't really see a benefit in pairing him up with, like a Vegeta or something. All in the family is a very important link, and Z Fighters is only really on the Goku units anyway. So yeah, if you're going to run him on Pure Saiyans or anything like that, you're going to want to run him with a Goku anyway. So yeah, but again, solid attack stat. We can see now that the lack of decent linking partner does leave him a little bit high and dry, but still solid numbers overall in terms of attacking stats. And then defense is really solid again. He's paired up with this Int Gohan here. Interesting pairing they could be. Gohan obviously after his third super attack gains a whole bunch of evasion and crit chance. If you have him rainbowed, that could be really good. And Goku himself obviously pairs decently with them. So the evasion might, and I say might, be able to make Gohan a decent frontline tank, especially if he's rainbowed, because he does greatly stack attack and defense for one turn on super. But yeah, that's a maybe. So yeah, we're sitting at 140-ish thousand. We've got Z Fighters activated, which is one of the reasons why we want him linked up with this Gohan. Let's take a look and see. We've got the full crit chance. Not like it's gonna matter because Goku is attacking a energy absorbing unit, but hey, 1.2 from the Gohan, very impressive. He now should have his evasion activated as well, and a solid 2.8 from the Goku there. So yeah, really good. Obviously a bit of a turn up from what he's been doing earlier on in the fight, mainly because of the fact that he is now stacked a little bit, but also just due to that Z Fighters link. I think, once there's a card that can frontline tank and give him that Z Fighters link, you're going to see this card appear a lot more on people's teams, although I think right now he's more than worthy of a slot on any Kamehameha Goku family. Full power, maybe not so much, depends on what kind of units you have, but yeah, no, he could definitely be on every team that he's on. You're just really going to want to link him up probably with the April Fool's unit because they share every category. But yeah, any team you can run him with this Gohan, who gains evasion and, you know, at Rainbow has some decent stats. Yeah, definitely consider mixing things up. But that Int Gohan's really could be, I think could be a super solid option, because you can build that Int Gohan into full additionals, which will allow him to essentially, okay, so here we go, 147k defense. Int Gohan's got his extra 30% attack and defense from supering 3 times. Yeah, so he's going to have evasion as well. He's also going to have a medium chance at critting, so he's looking a little bit better. And then we've got Goku sitting there at 147k, so that's, you know, almost 300k defense. Not fighting a Vegeta's Family unit or anything. All we can do now is try and trigger the 70%. So Gohan's up to 1.5, which is really good. And we'll take a look here. 2.8 for the Goku again. So yeah, obviously the lesser 20% support here. But yeah, that's a very solid attack stat. 2.79, 2.8. I mean, he's hitting good numbers. And it's only gonna get higher overall. So that's the thing here. And yeah, so I just threw in this last little bit here. This is perfect conditions for Goku. So he's got the 30% support. We had the 70% health at the beginning of turn. So just note with Goku, it's your health going into the turn. So if you're below 70% when the turn starts, you'll activate that extra 70% attack. And we've got him linked up with this Gohan, who also shows off his dodging a little bit. So yeah, dupes in this Gohan could be an interesting combo to run with this Goku. But yeah, Gohan's going to hit a nice 1.5, not too bad for a 55% unit. And then we're going to have 5.2 million from the Goku. So yes, this is Goku, so no items or anything used. This is just Goku and his raw power. That 70% attack buff, because it happens on the turn on his super, and because the support kicks in, it gets amplified quite intensively. So Goku, yeah, sitting at a very impressive 5.2 million. So there you go. That was Goku. And now we're going to just take a quick look at Goku's best linking partners. So in terms of linking partners, I think he's got a lot of key link options. So I don't want to make a key link the main basis, but I guess you would want to go with Over and a Flash, because it's obviously 3 key. But yeah, the main 2 links actually, I feel, for Goku, depending on what situation you're in, what kind of team you're building, and what you feel you're struggling with, is going to be his All in the Family. I think All in the Family is going to be his major link. I think Z Fighters will be a good link if you can get it activated. So yeah, if we just take a look here, you know, these are over in the Flash units with Kamehameha. Very solid linking partners for him. They'll give him key, they'll activate it, Kamehameha on his super attack. Not like the most spectacular bunch of links, but good enough links that he has some options. We'll also throw in Saiyan Lineage, and you can see that whittle down. Obviously the Kaioken Goku, the agility one, the physical one we can't use, but if this Int Super Saiyan God Goku gets a Easy A at some point, he's going to become a super reliable partner for this Goku. But again, the problem arising with the whole attack and defense on Super just being a bit of a nuisance for this Goku, in terms of just getting him in the right slot for his team, into that rotation, just sitting pretty in that second slot. Obviously, when we add in certain links, we get a little bit cut out. But yeah, the best link, I would say, if you have dupes, I think this Gohan could be his best linking partner. I think this Gohan, when he activates his evasion, Once you have him with a couple dupes, his defense will be pretty solid. His offense will be decent. You can grab All in the Family from a lot of these supports on Goku family teams. Pure Saiyan teams if you're running some Goku units. So on Kamehameha teams. So I think getting the Z Fighters link from that Gohan and having him kind of use his evasion to make him a suitable front tank will be good. But yeah. But otherwise, yeah, obviously the April Fool's unit, this Goku Angel was a surprising unit. So yeah, that's all those good linking partners. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know how your experiences with TEQ Goku are going. But cool, until the next video, cheers, stay safe, and bye!